You DM like a dork. The key is when you're DMing, you have to come across as smooth, charismatic, carefree. And if this comes natural to you, great. But for 80 to 90% of people, it does not. And this is something specific that I've had to work on with dozens of my clients. Watch till the end of this video because we are going to go over 5 ways to DM like a human, to come across as smooth and book those calls and sign those clients. The first thing you want to do is be humorous. Keep it lighthearted. Keep it funny. Okay, make jokes. This shows just the right amount of non-neediness. You're not trying to get the sale. You're not super eager. You're willing to go back and forth with the prospect and have it not be related to you making the sale. This does a lot on a sub-communicative level and helps you book a call. It also builds a connection with the prospect. If you make someone laugh, they're going to feel closer to you. They're going to associate positive feelings with talking to you, and that's exactly what you want. So with Codrin, we reached out here and we said, dig the hair too, by the way. Haha, looks really cool. Okay, so we keep it lighthearted. We keep it fun, going back and forth. This isn't something that's super serious. You got to keep it focused purely on business. That's not going to actually book you calls. What will book you calls is being funny, being humorous, keeping it lighthearted. Second conversation with Felix here, we had a great opener. He's like, hey, I normally don't reply to DMs, but yours was just too good. And before we got into the business side of things, ha ha ha, kind of funny what he said, how he normally doesn't reply to people, but he replied to us. It's not related to the sale, but that's exactly how you're going to get the sale. So the second thing you want to do is to mirror, reflect, and resonate with what your prospect is saying. This is so key. You do not want your conversation to flow like an interview. You want to show the prospect that you are genuinely thinking about what they're saying. You're trying to understand it. You're trying to gain clarity on their situation. So say things like, ah, gotcha, or okay, that makes sense, or huh, really, that's interesting. Okay, you want to go back and forth with the prospect and show them that you truly understand and care about what they're saying. So the second conversation here where you're mirroring, reflecting, and resonating is with Jim. He told us he's having some personal issues, so we don't just skip past that and still try to book a call. We are perfectly okay if we don't book a call, and we try to show that we care about the prospect. So, oh man, sorry to hear that. Hope everything works out, brother. I'm here to help whenever you need it. Showing that you genuinely give a shit about the prospect and you're not attached to the sale will get you closer to the sale. It's funny because it's counterintuitive, but it's so true. The third thing you want to do in the DMs is to find commonalities. People like people who are similar to them. So if you can find things either on the personal side or the business side that you have in common with your prospects, that's fantastic. Go and actively try to find those things, touch on them, and make that connection. So in this first conversation, we're asking, what sport do you play? If I had to guess, DMing a prospect from Australia where cricket's a really big sport. Does he play cricket? Does he play any other sports that we play or that we can talk about specific players from that sport? We're going out and trying to find something that we have in common here. And then in the rest of the conversation, we touch on email marketing. This prospect is in the email marketing space. So we show to him that, hey, we know a lot about your niche. So we're trying to touch on 2 different commonalities here. One on the personal side, one on the business side. This brings you and the prospect closer together. You build rapport, you build a relationship, and moves you closer to booking that call. Second conversation here with the prospect named Alex. He's in the paid ad space. So we tell him, hey, I actually have quite a few friends killing it in your space, finding that commonality and highlighting it. And we also add in some social proof about ourselves. Keep in mind, this is from one of my clients' accounts, not me. I don't really run ads as of now. You're showcasing hyper relevant social proof that you have in common with your prospects. And then the last thing we say, oh, you're in Florida too. I live in Miami. I've been here for 4 years. You want to open up about yourself. The more you open up about yourself, the more you give a prospect permission to open up as well. Number 4. Okay, so this one is super key. You want to convey spontaneity. Your prospects get bombarded with automated pitches every single day. So you want to show your prospects, hey, you're having a conversation with someone who isn't using copy-paste scripts. It's not a manual DM. This is one-on-one. It's manual and off the dome, and you want to show the prospect you're genuinely thinking about what they're saying. Aha, that's interesting. Okay, it shows that we're genuinely putting thought to what he's saying and we think that it's interesting. DM 2, This shows that you're genuinely thinking about a prospect situation. You're having a one-on-one conversation. Okay, it's funny actually. That comes from a place of spontaneity. I just thought of something. This just popped in my head. That's what you want to convey, that spontaneity factor in your DMs. Gotcha. Okay, convey that spontaneity. It is super key to do this in every single conversation. Number 5, you want to convey non-neediness to the prospect. You're not attached to the sale. You're not eager to make the sale. You don't need to sign them as a client right now. You're okay with providing value and helping them out, even if that doesn't result in an official working relationship. So don't push too hard in your DMs, okay? You want to make the call seem like it's their idea. The more interest they show, the less you have to do that. If they don't show any interest, you want to make it seem like it's their idea by saying something like, it's completely up to you. Pitch it by saying, I would be willing to, I could be down to, I should probably have some availability next week. These are all little phrases that you can insert in your DMs that show the prospect, I want to help you, but if this doesn't turn into an official working relationship, I am perfectly okay and fine with that. Here's an example. We got an I'm not interested reply. And here's how we showcase non-neediness. All good, my friend. Smiley face. This shows that we're not emotionally affected by his negative response. Next, you're not raising another round right now. Completely up to you, obviously. We're giving the prospect, Ross in this case, perceived power and control of the conversation back to him. We're willing to see how we can help. We don't say we'd love to see. No, let that type of language go for good. We're picking words here that convey spontaneity and detachment from the actual sale. Would be willing to run you through it sometime. Not even worth a quick chat. We say the same thing here that we set up here. Completely up to you, obviously, let me know. Cheers. We say that cheers here because it just shows another little piece of us not caring about actually making the sale. It shows that we're in a positive mood, even though we got his negative reply, and that's perfectly okay. DM number 2 here. I would be down to talk sometime, actually. Okay, I would be down. It's like you're agreeing to their idea here. Instead of pushing hard for a call, you're making it seem like it's their idea and you agree to it. This is incredibly important, being non-needy in the DMs. This will get you so far. You can use LinkedIn just like our clients to single-handedly scale your business. But there is another cheat code that's booking our clients 10 or more calls a week, and only about 2% of people take advantage of this. Watch this video. I'm going to point to it right here so you can be one of the few people using this to absolutely flood your calendar with hyper qualified sales calls and scale your business. Watch it right here.